Hello, YouTube. This is Mike the Vendor again. So I've decided to make another video. I apologize for not having made a video very much recently. I've had a lot going on due to a bunch of stuff at home, primarily that I've moved and stuff, and that just real world concerns involved that have prevented me from taking time to make some videos. But as I said before, this space is a place for me to just discuss topics that have come into mind. And one recently has come to mind, and that's Australia and its extreme, what I just consider fascist move towards authoritarianism. And my idea is why I don't believe this sort of thing is possible here. The main reason I think it's possible there is because they gave up their firearms. They gave up their right to bear arms, and we in America have not done that. Now, the reason why I think that is important and why it will stop us from going that far isn't because, like, when I say that on Twitter or something like that, a lot of stupid leftists will be like, hey, you guys won't fight the cops or something. Or they'll say something like, what are you going to kill the cops or something like that. And it's not about that. It's not even about the idea that cops have to fear that we're going to do that. What it is we have made the decision that we have the ability to resist. We have made the decision to keep our ability to resist. And because we have made that decision, culturally, we won't accept it. That's who we are as a culture. It's not even about the fact that, there could possibly be gunfights in the streets. Because to be frank with you, I think that would be very unlikely for various reasons. Like in states that are on the left, there's not going to be a whole lot of people that will fight there, so you won't see it there. And then in states that are on the right, for the most part, states that are on the right are governed by people that are on the right, and therefore their local law enforcement people wouldn't enforce those things, so you just would never see it because culturally they're just not acceptable in those places. Like culturally, they'll just go along with it in the left, and culturally in the right, even the authorities won't go along with it. So there's no one to enforce that kind of thing. So I don't see, because we have that culture ingrained in it, we're not going to go along with it. That even our authority figures, even the cops and stuff, think that's wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really bad cops out there. And we're starting to see a little bit of a phenomenon, I feel like, where a lot of good cops are quitting, so you're going to end up with the cops that are left are going to be a lot of the bad ones, but that's going to be a bigger problem in places like the left, and that are ruled by the left. And it's also going to be a bigger problem in your cities, your big cities. Your smaller cities like where I've moved to, and your medium-sized cities like where I moved from, that's not really going to be a big problem. Cops that are in smaller localities tend to, in my opinion, be higher quality individuals. It's just a personal opinion. But yeah, like I said, because the reason why we won't have this problem is the culture that we decided not to give up our firearms, that we as a country and a culture said, no, we're not going to do that, has instilled in the idea that we are able to resist. And because that option is on the table, you're just never going to see us get to the point where Australia is, so long as we have within our culture the idea to resist. In Australia, they were successfully able to confiscate weapons. And once they were able to do that, they have given up their option to resist the government, and so now the government knows they can just do it, and the people have already just, like, it's already ingrained into the culture that it's okay, we accept it, we trust the government, so we're going to go along and do what they said. I think it's a massive mistake. I mean, history is replete with examples of what's it called? Governments that when you trust them, they go behind your back and break you. Like, once you have an authoritarian government that can do whatever it wants, eventually you get someone in there that will do what they want, and it's not going to be what you want, and you're going to end up regretting that scenario. So yeah, I just decided I'd post this quick little video on why I feel like America will never quite get where Australia, or no, I'm not going to say never, but where we are right now as a culture will not allow us to get to where Australia is as a culture. That would have to be something that takes place over many, many years to change it. You couldn't you couldn't enact that kind of thing now. Otherwise, not even otherwise, you just couldn't, because even the authority figures would resist implementing it. So that's just where I think that's just a topic that I've been paying attention to that I wanted to comment on. I wanted to be able to make a video. So thank you very much. Again, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll post a link to my Twitter, and I would appreciate anybody who wants to give a follow. I'd like to follow back anyone that goes. I never block anyone. Even if you disagree with me, go ahead and follow, and go ahead and discuss with me. I'll talk with you. I will not block you. Even if we sit there, I've gone hours and hours and hours just back and forth with people and never ever blocked any of these people. people, even if I think they're just complete idiots. I won't block you, because I feel like that's the coward's way out. So again, thank you very much. I'm Mike the Vendor, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Have a nice day.